Andrew Peacock is beginning his press conference now in Canberra.
Ladies and gentlemen, obviously by your attendance here, you're aware that there have been some changes in the upper echelons of the parties on our side of politics. I'd remind you that I was elected Leader of the Opposition this morning, that Senator Cheney was elected Deputy Leader of the Opposition, Mr Charles Blunt was elected Leader of the National Party, Mr Bruce Lloyd remains Deputy Leader of the National Party, and Senator Austin Lewis Leader of the Opposition in the Senate. These are very important changes, not only to our party, but also to Australia. And we are all aware of the very great responsibility that we carry to forge a better and fairer Australia, that the greatest resource of this country is its people, and that so very many of them have felt downtrodden under this Hawke Labor government. And we seek, when we go to the people, a fairer Australia, a more compassionate Australia, and I seek the Prime Ministership, in contrast to the current incumbent, and may I borrow the words of another, beholden to none, responsible to all, and obligated to no one. And there is no doubt in my mind that the Australian people want a change of government, and under us they'll get it. We'll be spelling this out clearly and expeditiously in policy form as we call forth the aspirations of the Australian people in the months ahead. And if the government is to call an early election, we will relish it, because unquestionably government will now change when the polls are held in this country. I thank you all, and you are quite free to ask any questions you like.
You a recycled failed leader?
Ah, that's what a nice remark. It casts my mind back to the predecessor in Kooyong, who himself resigned the leadership and of course became the most resilient and longest serving Prime Minister in the history of this country. I look forward to repeating that.
So what are you going to do?
I beg your pardon?
Your fifth time around in a leadership vote?
In a leadership vote? I'm not interested in the past, I'm only looking to the future.
Does your challenge signal any change in policy in terms of either economic policy or migration policy?
Well, now, it's just over 2 hours since I've been elected. There are some viewpoints that I'll be putting before the people in terms of policy. The remaining policies that have not been released will be dealt with expeditiously, forthwith, and some of those changes, and there will be changes here and there, will be indicated. You must realise, of course, that the underlying document that espoused our philosophy, the philosophies of both the National Party and the Liberal Party, were contained in the document Future Directions, which we endorsed as parties and still endorse.
So the problem with Mr Howard was one of substance, one of style, not substance, Mr President.
I beg your pardon?
The problem with Mr Howard was one of style, not substance.
The only problem with leadership in this country is the leadership of the nation under Mr Hawke, and the contrast is between myself and Mr Hawke. And the people will choose me.
OK, Andrew Peacock in Canberra.